things back to back and I have 5 minutes left. It's currently 3:50 in the afternoon. A lot of life is super ordinary and there's something beautiful about that. I just realized that I should probably get changed before I do my makeup so I don't ruin it. Here is my outfit of the day. I'm just wearing light denim and this really pretty top. So I like to organize my jewelry in these little containers with compartments. And I'm just gonna pick out a pair of earrings. I'm gonna go with these paperclip earrings. And I just got my package from Ana Luisa, who is sponsoring this portion of the video today. Ana Luisa is an online jewelry company that focuses on bringing clarity and sustainability to the jewelry industry. You know from all my other videos that I love jewelry pieces that are super simple and versatile because I want to be able to easily pick out pieces from my closet and also from my jewelry collection and just mix and match and have them all work seamlessly. And I don't actually shop often for clothing and jewelry, but when I do, I want to support brands that are doing their best to be as sustainable as possible. And I think that Ana Luisa does this really well. They are carbon neutral, which means that they offset 100% of their carbon emissions through all of their business processes, from sourcing of the materials to also disposal. So let's get into all the pieces. The first one is called the Layla. It's this really pretty textured rectangular piece with a star in the center. And the second piece I picked out, I was pretty excited about. This is the Rowena necklace. I think there's just 5 pieces at the bottom, and I thought this would be really pretty as a stacking piece. And then the next 2 pieces are a little bit more of statement pieces. So this one is called the Summer Necklace Set. And it comes with 2 pieces. The first one is these chain links, which matches the little earrings that I have on today. And it also comes with thinner chain links. And then this one comes with a little heart pendant. And the last piece is also another chain piece. This is called the Aspen. And I picked this out because I think that I have a lot of dainty jewelry right now and I want to be able to layer it with something a little bit more substantial. So pretty. So now we're going to figure out how we're going to layer it because I don't layer my jewelry often. So I think that the Rowena necklace is so pretty. So I think I'm going to go for this one. I think that actually looks really pretty together. We are getting pretty close to Christmas time and they have a wide range of jewelry pieces, from more dainty looking ones to more substantial statement necklaces. If you have a friend or family member that you're still looking for a Christmas gift for, make sure to check out Ana Luisa using the link in my description. And now let's just put all the other pieces away. I highly recommend getting a little plastic container like this to display your jewelry. I find that if my jewelry is stored away in like a traditional jewelry box, I usually forget about them and don't wear them. And I like that you can see each piece just without opening it either, so you know exactly what's in there and you can kind of keep track of everything. And today I wanted to do a little chatty get ready with me because I feel like I haven't done a sit down video in a while and I wanted to catch up with you and talk about my thoughts lately. This year has been a little weird. I kind of call it my buffer year because I finished my semester at the beginning of the year, and then I felt like I was kind of lost. I was enrolled in a master's program, and then I ended up deferring it, and I also did a boot camp at BrainStation to learn about UX design. And I feel like because I haven't been doing one thing for a really long time, it just feels like I haven't made that much progress. My friend sent me recently this little graphic. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen. And I thought it was a good reminder that even if you're not doing anything right now, or even if you feel like you haven't done much, it doesn't mean that nothing's happening. And a lot of good things take time. I have to keep reminding myself. And because a lot of things take time, you kind of have to be patient in that you won't see results of your efforts every single day. You might have weeks where you feel like there's a lot moving, and you might have weeks that feel super stale. And I think a lot of recent graduates, if I can call myself that, can relate to this, where you might be in between looking for a job right after school, or you might be at a job where it feels more like a stepping stone than your dream job. And I think it's important to kind of remember that doesn't mean that you're failing at life, especially since if you're in your 20s, 30s, you're still so young in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes feel like I'm getting old, and then I have to be like, no, like I'm literally 23. I'm like hopefully just a quarter into my entire lifetime, and I've got so much time to figure things out. And if I need to change my mind in the process, it's not the end of the world. And it's a lot better to just work towards something that you're passionate about than to stick to something that you're not passionate about anymore just because you've already put in so much time. So some things that I have been doing recently, of course, is my YouTube, which I feel like I've neglected a little bit at the beginning of the year, and I'm trying my best to create more of these videos because I love watching videos of my younger self. And sometimes I'll watch videos from like 2 years ago, and it's so funny to see like what my thinking was like 2 years ago. And it's just 2 years, but you actually change so much, and it's really great documenting all of that through YouTube. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, which I feel like a lot of people say that to me, where if they find out I have a YouTube channel, they're like, oh, like I've been wanting to start a channel. And I highly recommend just starting it. Even if no one watches, it's like so great for yourself to just have all of that documentation of your life. Every single year, your goal and what you're working towards changes a little bit or a lot, and it's really easy to feel like, oh, like I'm not doing enough. But when you are able to look back at yourself, because of this channel, I'm able to do that. I get to see how much I've grown mentally, but also just like looking at the stage in my life and the things that are happening for me. So it helps me stay grateful and also a lot more aware of everything that I've been working for and achieving. Watching these videos of my past self, I feel like I love content where I am being educational and also having it be super professional and polished. But something that I really appreciate from other creators is their honesty, and also just like also documenting not just the bads, but I guess the ordinary, the everyday part of life, because most of your life doesn't look like this exciting thing unless you've taken a job as like a skydiver where you're doing something intense every single day. A lot of life is super ordinary, And there's something beautiful about that I feel like social media doesn't really capture. And because we spend so much time on social media, we kind of have this false sense that life is supposed to look like this highlight reel or this perfectly curated feed that people post online. By me choosing to only share the highlights of my life, I'm contributing to that. So that's another reason for today's just chatty get ready with me, is like just showing what everyday life looks like for me. Speaking of social media, I have been trying to limit the amount of time I spend on social media, because I think there was a point where my screen time was like 4 hours on social media and things like that. And there's nothing wrong inherently with spending time on social media. Like, I know of people that can spend that much time on social media and still feel like it's adding something positive to their life. After spending hours on social media, when I get off of social media, it's not like I completely stop thinking about social media. I think my mind is full of thoughts from the things that I've watched. And I feel like that wasn't healthy for me, because I was just like avoiding my own life. I don't know. Is that being too deep? But I forgot what video it was. It was talking about how people should quit gaming. And his reason is that, for example, when we are working on a problem, we spend our sleep or our waking hours thinking about how to solve the problem. And by playing these video games, because there is a problem or a challenge that is in your life, even if it's virtual, like even if it's not existing in your actual life, you continue to think about it, because your brain doesn't know the difference between your actual problems and problems that you face in games. So imagine spending most of your valuable time thinking about video games. And I think that translates to like social media as well, where if I spend a lot of my time worrying about other people's problems and like listening to other people rant and hearing about every single world issue there is, which, like, yes, it's good to be educated about what's going on in the world so you could take action, but having that consume your life isn't helpful either, because what are you really going to do about it if you're just listening to issues and scrolling on your phone? Because I noticed that happening, I started to be a lot more mindful of when I scroll on social media. I feel like I've replaced some of my social media time with like watching movies, and I still feel like it's like a lot better, because after I watch a movie, it's not like I think about it every moment of my day. Like, I watch it and there's closure and I'm like, okay, I feel pretty good, and then move on with my life. But I don't get the same closure with like when I watch social media or when I go on social media. Can you relate? I don't know if I'm just like making problems out of nothing, but I do feel like social media is like taking over people's lives, including mine. And yeah, so what I've been doing more like recently is cutting down on my Instagram and my TikTok time. I try to only scroll on TikTok if I'm like in between tasks where I really only have like a limited amount of time. Like, let's say like I have 2 meetings back to back and I have 5 minutes left in between. That's when I would choose to go on TikTok, because there's like a concrete end to my scrolling. With YouTube though, I do feel like it's kind of different from the other social media platforms, where I feel like each YouTube video takes a while to make and edit, so there's less content and more intentional content on YouTube. So I haven't been like super strict about YouTube use, And especially because I only really follow like lifestyle or personal development people on YouTube. If you're wondering what I'm getting ready for, it's currently 3:50 in the afternoon. I came back from the gym and I'm going out to dinner later. So it's nothing special, but it's always nice to feel like you put effort. This is one of my Black Friday purchases. I got this really cute irregular shaped mug and has flowers on the outside, which is so pretty. And then on the inside, there's a little snail. So if you're drinking like an opaque drink, let's say like a latte, the snail is covered, and as you sip your drink, the snail slowly reveals itself, which I think is so cute. Okay, and the last thing is for lips. I think I'm gonna go with a darker color because it's winter. This is the final makeup look, and this is what it looks like all together. If you are looking for a gift for your friends or family, you can also use the link in my description to go shop on Ana Luisa, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!